The security guard he shot has recovered and is back at work. For District Wire News, I'm Alexia Campbell. The Department of Transportation says more than 600 bicyclists were killed in crashes in 2010. Of those who died, 70% were not wearing helmets. In a few days, staff will sink the reef balls into the Chesapeake Bay, creating new homes for oysters, mussels, and fish. The program has brought back nearly 4 billion oysters into the Chesapeake Bay. For District Wire News, I'm Alexia Campbell. 67 senators signed a letter today urging President Obama to do something now about the backlog of veteran benefits. Reports show 900,000 claims are pending at the Department of Veterans Affairs.
La reforma migratoria es el enfoque esta semana en Washington. El grupo de 8 senadores está poniendo sus toques finales a la nueva legislación para reformar el sistema.
Alexia.
Gracias, Kenia. Estoy aquí con Kelly Fay Rodríguez de la Central Sindical AFL-CIO. Kelly, gracias por estar aquí con nosotros.
Gracias a ustedes.
Primero quería saber cómo fue trabajar con la Cámara de Comercio en esta visa W.
Pues fue un gran acuerdo realmente. Creamos un programa completamente nuevo donde los trabajadores...
The reef ball hatching workshop brought about a dozen volunteers to the edge of the Chesapeake Bay. They hammered, they pulled, and they scraped, hatching 35 reef balls that oysters will soon call home.
We build about 250 of them per year with the help of volunteers like the ones that you see out today. And they help build them, break them open, and learn more about what's going on underneath the water.
The Chesapeake Bay Foundation has been organizing the reef ball workshops for more than a decade. Staff at the Oyster Restoration Center in Shadyside, Maryland will attach baby oysters onto the reef balls and lower them into the bay. Sean Kent and his mother drove from Northern Virginia to help out for the first time.
I think this is actually pretty fun. It's not, I thought it was going to be like, just like work all the time, but it's actually, while you're working, you kind of like lose track of time. It's actually not that bad.
Better than being in school, right?
Yeah.
The oysters are vital to the health of the Chesapeake Bay. They filter algae, sediment, and other pollution that seep into the water. But the numbers have been shrinking from overfishing. These reef balls will provide a sanctuary for the oysters to multiply without the threat of ending up on a dinner plate.
The quality of the water and the quality of the bay has deteriorated so much in the past 100 years. I think it's a real shame, and I believe that it's something that we absolutely need to help fix.
In a few days, staff will sink the reef balls into the Chesapeake Bay, creating new homes for oysters, mussels, and fish. The program has brought back nearly 4 billion oysters into the Chesapeake Bay. For District Wire News, I'm Alexia Campbell.
I didn't hear you. Are you ready to march? There's a handful of legislators in the U.S. who represent districts that are heavily immigrant, that have expressed wavering opinions on this bill. One of them is here in Northern Virginia, Frank Wolf, who represents a heavily immigrant district, who represents constituents that have been telling him for years now that they are ready for a change in the way that our country treats its immigrant communities. And so we're here today to bring people together in the neighborhood and march straight to Frank Wolf's office and ask that he vote for the reform.
So these are the signs that we brought to the April March. One of them says Nation of Immigrants, and it has photos of previous immigrants and current immigrants. I think the march is mostly symbolic to keep the conversation going, doing something about it, because if we don't talk, if we don't show up, then nobody's going to do anything about it. They're going to think we don't care about it. I was born in the capital, San Salvador. We came here in 2002. I was 10 years old. I guess my parents they told me, don't tell anyone about your situation because that would get us in trouble. So don't tell anybody that you're illegally here. So just make it seem as if you're as everybody else. I think I was figuring it out about the same time that they told me. Because, I mean, I knew my dad was a teacher and my mom was a secretary, and how come she had to work as a cleaning lady at McDonald's. So when conversations like that took place, then that's when I started to realize this is not a normal life for everyone. Tengo 21 años de edad.
Cuéntame, tú eres.
Now I'm able to talk about it because there's deferred action. I was accepted at deferred action, and I have a job permit. So things are looking up, but still not enough.
He vivido en este país por más de 11 años. He crecido aquí y lo considero mi hogar.
I feel like I can finally show my frustration that I've been building up over the years. I feel like it's the most I've done to help the cause, to help myself, and to help others in similar situations. So I feel like I've been freed up to do more for what I believe in, pretty much.
Do this part faster.
Escucha, estamos en la lucha. Escucha, estamos en la lucha.
Are you tired? No! No! Everybody here, when they came to the rally, signed cards expressing that we want Representative Wolf to vote for the reform. Did you sign the card? Make some noise. And just one question for Dan before we go. Dan, can we count on Representative Wolf to vote for immigration reform?
We're just here to listen.
Dame papeles! Dan, can we count on Representative Wolf to support immigration reform?
Has he supported immigration reforms in the past? Any kind of progressive immigration reform?
He did not support amnesty in '86. Hey, can I ask you guys one? Do me a favor. Ask how many of those people are really from the 10th district, though. Ask how many of those people are really from the 10th district. Okay. I mean, do you really think they all are from the 10th district?
I personally was expecting more people, but I think we got our voices heard, and I think we should expect to follow up, keep trying, keep doing anything we can.